Welcome back to a new video, and this one is back on the old van, back on the vinyl wrapping, but I've got a bit of a confession to make. So between the last video and this video, I've been a little bit busy. The 5.1 conversion's on and I've managed to vinyl wrap the whole front end, so that bit is done. However, I've still got the back end to do. So before we jump straight into doing a little bit on the back end, I think it would be good to assess what we've actually achieved to date and what have been some of the pain points. So let's break that down. Let's talk about the biggest panel on the front end, which is this, the bonnet. Now, this thing took me 2 attempts, and on the first attempt, I spent a good couple of hours working at it. I was slowly peeling the backing paper away, much like I did with the wing in the first video, and I was pushing the vinyl down, but if I did have air, I would be pulling it up. Now, this vinyl is incredibly tacky, so sadly, you can only apply heat to it so many times before structurally it just gives up, and I ended up ripping the vinyl. So following the first attempt, the failed attempt, I roped in Helen for the second one, and she kindly kept the vinyl off the panel at all times, and I was able to peel the backing paper away and apply, and that just made the process, 1, a lot easier, 2, a lot quicker, and we eventually ended up with this. So obviously full coverage, no air bubbles, all is well. The next panel that we'll talk about is the front bumper. Obviously, what's quite nice is because I was putting this lower spoiler and splitter on, I only had to wrap the top half of the bumper. So if we were to peel away this spoiler, you would see that it's just the bare bumper plastic under there. I figured there's no point wrapping it if it's going to be covered up by the spoiler. It's less work then. The only caveat is you have these little sections of the bumper exposed which sit right and left of the number plate. I retrospectively popped some vinyl into there, but you wouldn't tell. So yeah, bear that in mind if you're wrapping a front bumper. But yeah, really pleased with how this looked. It came out pretty well. You obviously have the little individual panels that pop out, and you do those. The grille was finished in just standard plastic. Now what I did just to tidy that up was paint it a satin black. You'll see a cutaway of me, I guess, having it masked up and peeling away the masking tape. So that's just made it pop a little bit. It matches a little bit better with the actual original Volkswagen grille. This was finished in sort of a satiny kind of black colour, so that matches there. So I'm going to attempt this whole rear quarter. Thankfully for me, it's made up of 2 parts which are split in the middle by this panel. This panel removes. There should be 2 retaining screws either side. Once that comes off, I can attempt the bottom half, then the top half, and finally wrap this panel and put it back on, and that will show it as a complete rear quarter. So yeah, the panel has now been degreased and cleaned. I started with washing up liquid and water and a microfiber just to get the worst of the dirt and grease off. Then I finished it with brake cleaner and blue towel. So the panel's ready to be laid on. I've cut the vinyl to shape. I've obviously left plenty of spare on the edges, so you need that spare to be pulling the vinyl, but you don't want that to be laying down on the actual panel. So always leave yourself plenty of spare vinyl to go around the edges. Yeah, so I think we'll just jump straight into it. The worst thing you want as well is vinyl sticking to itself, because it's super tacky. Right, so we've got a third of the vinyl laid down, obviously a few creases to address, but we've got a nice big piece that's down, that's not coming back up, that's all good. I might just trim the excess because I know where the panel that we took off is going to lie, so I'll give about maybe 10 mil from here and I'll just trim that all the way back just to give a nice clean edge. So let's do that now. I don't know how successful we're going to be. So there we have it. Bottom half is all done nicely. All the edges are addressed and tucked. So yeah, really pleased with how that's turned out. Now we're going to have to do this section here. Rather than put a massive sheet there and cut out the window, I'm going to do it in 1, 2, 3 sections. So I've put this stuff called knifeless tape, which is a tiny thin piece of wire that's held on with adhesive tape. So we can put a section along there that overlaps it, section along there that overlaps that, and then this section will overlap both. We can peel that and then join all 3 sections together, and fingers crossed it should give us a seamless join. So we'll see how that goes. Peel the backing paper right off. Let's just do half at a time. So I've not had any luck with this knifeless tape. It just keeps ripping. You know, the hope was you peel it and then you get a seamless join, but yeah, this is shocking. So I'm just gonna have to resort to the classic, use the knife, but I've kind of upset myself here because I'm going to peel this back, get the tape out and then cut it. Let's see how we get on. So yeah, I'm not happy with how that's gone. That join is just not good enough. Neither is that. So I'm thinking now of just getting a whole single piece and getting it done properly. So I think I'll do that next. There we go. Ended up using one piece of vinyl in the end, so I don't have those shoddy joins that I had before. Obviously there is a join up here, but it's very subtle. So yeah, that looks a lot better. Just this panel here, which I think we'll skip ahead. There we go, panels in, and that completes that side. Well, all apart from that seal down there. I'm not sure what to do with that. I'll probably just run a strip of vinyl along it and see if it bonds well, because it's a little bit crinkly where it's all been stone chipped from the factory. But if that doesn't work, I'm going to buy matte grey spray paint, and I'll spray the seal, and I'll probably spray the hinges, because they do not look easy to wrap. I don't know how you'd actually get vinyl around all of that, but we'll see. So yeah, there we have it. So I hope you've enjoyed the wrapping video. I'm going to leave it there. Obviously there's quite a lot of content just from a few panels, because really the time it takes to wrap the van, but I'm really pleased that I've managed to wrap up, you know, no pun intended, most of this side now, as I say, with the exception of the seal. Yeah, so leave in the comments what you think about the van. I'm really chuffed with it. I think, you know, the 5.1 conversion with the wrap really complement each other. So yeah, I'll probably leave it there and hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. That would really mean a lot to me. So thank you. See you soon. Bye.